So then you have Horse getting arrested. Everything is, all loose ends are getting tied up. Everybody's getting arrested is getting arrested. Everybody's getting promoted is getting promoted. Like everything is happening. And all these things start going through Nick's mind of where his life is about to go. Because now he's in protective custody. Once he leaves that dock and goes back to the hotel room with his wife, potentially they're going to ship him somewhere in a whole other state. Right. His life will never be the same again.
Right.
He's on the east. He's probably going to end up somewhere in Arizona.
In Montana.
Or in Montana. So maybe you have a different, I saw it as when he was looking, it was like, this is my last time to see me.
Yeah, this is it.
It's
over with.
You know what I'm saying? So you feel the same way? Like, it was just like him taking one last look at one last Kodak moment, mental picture of this is the last time I'm going to see this life.
Right.
Because when you go into witness protection, they get you a job, a car, a house, and you become a whole different person. And you're never going to do the same stuff you was doing.
Yeah, and you got to remember, too, he was teaching his daughter the names of all of the different ships and stuff out there.
He was. And that was his life. That's all he knew. His father, his uncle, his cousins. That was a family thing.
Yeah.
Them being longshoremen, being union men, and that life is gone. And witness protection, like, you can't come back.
Nah.
Like, them Greeks are still around. They got long arms. They can reach. So you can't, once you leave, they always tell people the chance of you surviving if you come back is very slim.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get you. Somebody's going to see you somewhere. And it don't matter what time you come back, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, somebody's going to catch you slipping. So you should not come back. So I think that was like, he understood that this was it. Now, the only thought I had in my mind after that last scene was, basically, would he be able to sustain that life, knowing where he came from?
I don't know if he could.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You come from the fast life of the waterfront moving and ships coming in, coming out. You drinking every day, having fun with the fellas and stuff like that. To now, it's just you and your girl and your daughter.
Right.
In Montana.
Sitting behind a computer.
Sitting behind a computer. Can a man like Nick, and he was young.
Yeah.
So Nick, I'm assuming Nick was about 28.
At most.
Yeah. Can a young man who's used to coming from all that waterfront action turn it all off?
Right.
For the sake of witness protection. Do you think he could do that?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm thinking 3 years or less. He coming back up there, trying to see what's cracking.
Right.
And he's going to get his head blown. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know how everybody else is saying.
No, he's going to get his throat slit.
He's going to get his throat slit. He's going to go back in that bar to surprise, hey, everybody, I'm back. And they're going to love him that night. And he's going to love the love he was getting to where he's going to, night number 2, you still out there. Right. Night number 3, you're only supposed to go to see them one time and go back. He's going to get too comfortable, and that's how his life is going. I feel like he's going to try to fall back into what his old life used to be. He's going to go see his parents, stuff like that. And I feel like that will essentially get him deleted.
Yeah, I agree.
I definitely don't think that he's built for witness protection at the age of 27, 28 years old. Right. You know, especially getting stuck with the girlfriend he had. Good Lord. She just bothered the hell out of him, man.
You just don't like her.
Dude, let the man live, man. Like women, do not put a lot of pressure on your man who's already working a 9 to 5 to go get more money immediately. It takes time for men to make money. Most men don't reach their financial peak till they get into their late 40s and 50s. So stop pushing your 20-something-year-old baby daddy to go get the bag. He cannot get the bag at 20-something. He's too young and stupid to go get the bag at 20-something. So give it time. That is all. No, that's a financial statistic. Yeah. Most men don't reach their financial peak till they get into almost their 50s. You get to, whether you're working a 9 to 5 or hustling, starting a business, when we see, the problem is we see entertainers as us. Right. We are not them. Yeah. When we see Jason Tatum get $300 million, you will never get $300 million on your 9 to 5 job. It's not happening.
Probably won't even see that in a lifetime.
You won't see it in a lifetime. Nobody, you can add up all the money your whole family's made since slavery. They've never made that much money. Yeah. That's how much of an anomaly that is for somebody like Jason Tatum and all these dudes.
Right.
to have that much money.
Right.
You can add up all the slavery in your whole family lineage and nobody's never made $300 million. So I get frustrated when I hear people say stuff like, well, if he did it, I can do it. No. Sometimes some people are blessed. Some people are blessed to be 7 feet tall, be able to play in the NBA. Everybody's not blessed like that.
Right.
What you have to do, what I always tell people is take the talent that God has given you and then you figure out how to monetize.
Yeah.
In whatever way that is. If you're an artist, rapper, whatever, and stuff like that. But we got to stop thinking that everybody can fit in the same peg hole. It's like we can't.
Right.
You got to figure out your way to make money. And another thing I want to say is everybody can't be a boss. So, you know, from The Incredibles, taking a line from The Incredibles, if everybody's super, then nobody's super.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be a millionaire.
Right.
Because then there won't be nobody cutting grass, working at McDonald's, you know, doing this, doing that. Like, labor is needed for the world to work.
Yeah.
Like, normal manual labor is actually needed for things to run smoothly. So if everybody is a boss billionaire, then nobody's working.
Right.
So it doesn't work that way. So we all got to understand that. And then also another man's happiness, it depends on the man. Mm-hmm. So me personally, my not ultimate goal, but my goal I've gone for since I've been an adult is like, if I get to 10 million, then I figure out whether I'm comfortable enough to relax, go harder, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Next man could be $1 billion.
Yeah.
But another man could be cool with $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
So every man has their own standards of what makes them comfortable and what puts them in a good financial position.
Right.
So I think because we see all these crazy numbers, everybody talking about getting to the bag. What you consider a bag could be different than what I consider a bag. And we all got to have enough respect for each other to let it be what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going forward after getting back to The Wire, going forward after seeing season 2 and everything that happened, you know, with Omar, Stringer, Frank Sobotka, Ziggy, you know, we talked about Ziggy a lot, Cheese and everybody. Which character did you see that changed the most throughout the season?
Nick, yeah. Because he started out as just getting up, going to work.
Regular dude. Bump his head on the ceiling.
The next thing you know, he getting product from White Mike.
I know.
At wholesale price. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Nick changed the most from the beginning to the end, in my opinion.
Nick did, I would say changing the most, yet Nick definitely changed the most. I don't see a character who changed more than Nick. You're right about that. There's characters who did a lot more, but they were already kind of doing some stuff. But Nick changed the most. He went from a 9-to-5 dude to, you know, slinging chemicals.
Right.
All type of stuff. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rate season 2? 7 being good, 8 being great, 9 being excellent, and 10 being a perfect Wire season.
I'll give it an 8.
An 8? Okay. Why 8 instead of 9 or 10?
Only because it started off kind of slow. A lot of people that I talk to about The Wire, a lot of people don't like season 2. In my opinion,
with good reason.
And season 2 was one of the best written seasons. Only because I feel like how they tied all the characters together. So it's like you didn't know that Prop Joe was Cheese's uncle, and Prop Joe was working over here with the Greeks.